Grief-stricken and emotionally drained, Ndou lost her 2 sons, daughter-in-law and 4 grandchildren on Christmas Day in 2021. Her brother-in-law, Enoch Ndou, stands accused of the murders. 3 years later, the festive season is still a horrible reminder of that dreadful night.
Right now, my grandchildren will be here visiting for the festive season. Nothing hurts more than losing 2 sons, a daughter-in-law, 4 grandchildren in one day. None of them were sick. It all happened suddenly. Whenever I feel happy, I am reminded of their death and immediately become sad.
The shootings followed a dispute over the ownership of the Ndou family homestead. At the time, Ndou and his wife, Posha Mabasa, and 5 children lived in one of the houses in the yard. The other house in the yard was usually occupied by Enoch Ndou when he was on leave from his work in the Northwest Province.
Moved out of the yard with my mother-in-law when he was still a child. They left me, my husband, and our kids there. When I moved here years ago, Ndou and his family remained in our old house. Years later, Ndou told Ndou that he wanted to move into his late father's house, which was unoccupied. He started renovating that house and then placed a fence between the 2 houses. Now he has killed them. If he wanted them out, he should have said so. Ndou could have moved his family here or gone to their one-roomed shack on his den in Jim Jones.
Ndou and Mabasa's then 9-year-old son, who was sleeping with his siblings, was not shot at. However, Noria says the boy is traumatized. He had to be relocated from Jimmy Jones to Tsinga village to live with his grandmother.
He often talks about missing his parents and siblings. When he plays with other kids who have younger siblings, he tells them that he once had siblings.
He
always has a sad face when he says that.
We may take a shot at
Ndou's trial was scheduled to start in June this year. His lawyer's application was granted, however, for his client to be assessed first to determine his fitness to stand trial. He told court that his client had been diagnosed with bipolar mood disorder, producing records that he had been on treatment since 1999. But Ndou says in all the years she's known Ndou, he had never shown signs of being violent.
I never expected Ndou to do this. He was a good person. He would even visit me here and fetch water for me with his bakkie. He would even talk to me about disciplining the kids. I never saw this coming.
Bipolar mood disorder.
Since his arrest, Enoch Ndou has been admitted to 2 different psychiatric hospitals for assessment. The court is currently awaiting a second report on Ndou's fitness to stand trial. For Ndou, though, the assessments are mainly the defense attempt to prevent Ndou from being accountable for the brutal killings.
Case is very triggering. It looks like Ndou will be acquitted. Well, I lost my children and grandchildren. Now my other kids have to travel back for every appearance, using their money to make sure they are here, while it keeps being postponed because Ndou seems to have more rights than us. I fear that if he is released, he will strike again. We don't know what they had done to him, what a 2-year-old had done to deserve being shot and killed.
Enoch Ndou is scheduled back in court on January 11th. Beman Baloyi, SABC News, Tsinga outside Thohoyandou.